Hello, everyone.
Are we though?
We are live. Yes, we are having a conversation. We are live. Welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as NeoFat3 on the socials. I am your GM, your host, your narrator of fun. We're still working on that title. Anyways, welcome to the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. We have got some exciting Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, Shadowport Adventures, Luck of the Draw, Episode 3. But before we dive into that wonderful, we have to introduce our wonderful and talented players. So we're going to go around and start off with Bill, since you're right next to me. How are you doing? And who are you playing?
I'm doing good. There's a water main that broke on the street in front of my house, so I'm hoping that the sound that is akin to a jet aircraft taking off that I hear through the wall is not coming through the microphone, which is fantastic. So we'll have water. I guess that's the upside. But yeah, I'm Bill, and I'm playing Kier Starfall, a young 20-something human pilot who likes to go fast and will get you in and will probably get you out. We'll see.
Probably, but we're hoping for it. Yes, it's always a good. Thank you, Bill, for joining us. Jim, how you doing?
I'm here.
Emily asked for that's the Kier speed sound. That could happen at some point. Linu, by the way, you might catch, if we're going fast, you might have to get a little extra juice out of the engines and, just to get us moving along. Anyway, sorry, Jim.
No problem. I'm done.
Who are you playing?
I'm playing
short. I didn't say short this time.
Was that a Jawa height joke?
Yes, it is. You know what? Every one of my characters in Jay's games it's a height joke. I play a dwarf in the other game. I play a Jawa in this one. Everything's a height joke. I'm playing Clicky, the Jawa gunslinger.
Yes, who currently has dealt with some of his obligation last episode and is reeling from that experience of his obsession with droids, because he shot one off a ship.
Not an obsession. It's just doesn't like them. There's a difference.
An obsession. It is classified as an obsession, which we'll see about if that lowered after last week's episode or this week's episode. Thank you, Jim, for joining us. Emily, how are you doing?
Doing all right. I recently harvested 2 pounds of mushrooms from my own garden. Shiitakes, in case you're wondering. I am playing Linu Rat, the droid tech, Polis Mawson, and I am planning to invoice the heck out of this guy.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you for joining us. Adam, how are you doing, sir? Welcome back.
Hi. Thank you. Thanks. Hi, everyone. I am Adam, and I am playing Shiloh Din, the Togruta medic on the bus.
Yes.
And he's for a way out.
Yeah. Just looking for a way out.
There's a lot to unpack on that one. But we'll see how this goes.
There's so much.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Shiloh's baggage is entirely within, not in his very lightly packed case.
Yes. And we will dive into that just a little bit as the episodes open up. Yes. Oh, yeah. Jim's got some ideas. Anyways, Kurt, last but never least. How are you?
Oh, I am last and I am the least. Hi, everybody. I am Kurt. Also known as Covenant the Horrible Alchemist. You can catch me here playing this thing. I'm going to do Chaff. I'm playing Chaff, a resident entrepreneur who's supposed to be a smooth talker, who's supposed to excel at so many, many things. However, I have yet to make all of the proper sacrifices to the Roll20 gods. So realistically, I'm just here to pull more and more despair and more failures to the group that they have to fix. But yeah, I'm playing
We all have a role, Kurt.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We all have a role, and I apparently am wearing this season the crown of Chaos King. And so there's that. Yeah.
But I look at it as a great story arc. Consider the issues that you start off with, and by mid-season, the charming will just be in full effect.
It just means we'll yell harder when you get your first triumph,
Yes.
like the rest of us.
You're implying that I'm gonna get one.
If you live long enough, statistically speaking, it is
The
more
fact
likely
that you even threw on there, if I live long enough. Okay.
If we're gonna be honest, I'm the most likely to die by stats.
I mean, but you haven't yet because you roll a triumph for every skill. Wow, check it out. She's rolling 2 green dice, still manages to get a triumph. That symbol's not even on those dice. Doesn't matter.
You don't have to worry about rolling a triumph because Chaff knows a guy and they'll roll the triumph for you. Don't worry about it.
See?
Yeah,
See,
right? Sure.
You know a guy. It happens to be Linu. So, one of them.
That's not how that works.
If it's with droids, it is.
Fair.
Yeah. As you can see, we are missing one of our wonderful players tonight. V has, unfortunately, some personal and work stuff all good, so she's not going to be able to make it tonight. We've got some stuff coming up for her. So I'm going to play a little bit of that tonight, of interactions. So we'll see how this goes tonight. But before we dive into our wonderful recap, there's a few things we need to touch base on. And the first thing is, we need to say thank you so much to the wonderful people at Talon and Claw, our affiliates for the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. They are awesome. They build wonderful dice defaults and GM screens and just general wonderful woodwork. So, because they are wonderful to us and a sponsor and an affiliate, so to speak, if you go to their website and Etsy and purchase anything and put in the code Dragon Daddy, and for those of you who are like, why is Dragon Daddy? Catch Saltmarsh Legends on Wednesdays, and you will find season 1, and you will find out. You put in Dragon Daddy for your code, you'll get 10% off. And we just want to again say thank you so much to them. They are wonderful friends, and we appreciate them so much. And also, oh yes, we also have the Star Wars edition, Shadowport Adventures edition dice vaults, which they were so kind to have made for us. But as well as a few other things we would just want to touch base on is, if you like what we do, we have a whole bunch of shows. Please think about subscribing to here and our YouTube page, because we do have a YouTube page. If you would like, follow us there, follow us here, follow us on Twitch. We also have merch. Some of us are wearing, some of us are not. If you're interested in it, by all means, support us. Help us do what we would like. Last but not least, if you also want to support us, we do have a Patreon. And some of that information of what we're providing for the Patreon are podcasts, audios of our shows, and things of that nature, which tonight will be, before Wednesday, will be on that as well. So again, thank you so much for joining us. And we will dive in to the recap, but there is one last thing we would like to touch on. In the chat, you're going to see if you need help, there is some information to find a helpline for suicide prevention and mental health. We want to say here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, mental health is very important to us, as well as several people in the community, friends. If you need the help, it's okay not to be okay. And this isn't me. This is what the community is talking about. And it's like, it's okay not to be okay. Find the help that you need, because we want you in the community. We want you here. We want to be able to play with you, see you, and be a part of this. So if you need it, seek it out. With that being said, we are going to touch in a quick recap. Our brave crew have been enlisted in a interview process, a job interview process, to get their own franchise delivery service from a mysterious benefactor named Raxel, a basilisk, who basically said, hey, do this one job. It's a repo job. Escort this ship, this fine luxury yacht, to the planet of Darlin Boda at the Port Moore. Drop it off, and you will get your next assignment from the cantina owner named C. Bliss at the Joyful Bliss. They took the repo job. was only a small minor issue that how they came about that this particular ship was caught by pirates several months ago. They left a nice little trap in the way of a sabotage droid. With after a whole bunch of beautiful rolls and deadly encounters of just mysterious Scooby-Dooing, Clicky decided to blast it off the ship into space while they were stopped. They fixed the engines and they're back on course. And we pick up as the crew have came into Port Moore, received their coordinates to land at a special, their own special landing dock, landing hangar, opened. And as they land, they get into this area. Port Moore is a Shadowport on Darlin Boda, the planet, in the Anto system. Some of you might know the Anto system as where Bestman and Hoth is. There's several other areas, planets in this entire system. The other thing about this is this particular Shadowport, this is the third Shadowport on Darlin Boda. There's actually 3 Shadowports here, because it's at a crossroad in this particular part of space. But this particular one is known for the black market, getting supplies, and its main export is mud. So there's mud, you're in a crevice, and this city is built on basically a large outskirt plateau, and below it are the mud pits, where they harvest the mud, and they make specialized silicon, or basically ceramic tiles based off of this, that's used in lots of different ships and different materials. But this particular Shadowport is an export. And we pick up as they land in the hangar, all good, all safe. As they finish, they leave it to the.
And just to remind everyone, I did speak to the Gant who showed up on landing and gave him an invoice and said, yes, these are the repairs we did.
Oh, yes, that's
before
right.
We headed over.
Yes, the Gand, the Gand who is the hangar mechanic or supervisor, looked him over and went, take it up with the owner, so to speak. What would you like to do? As a players, you can see in roll 20, there is the map of Port Moore. And you will see that in a circle towards the upper left, you'll see a building that's circled. That is where the cantina named the Joyful Bliss is located. It should take you about 20 minutes as you're walking from your hangar, which you will see at the bottom is where your ship is in the hangar.
Oh.
Your is a really strong word there. That's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
The ship that you escorted here. How about that?
That sounds a wee bit better.
Yeah.
So you're standing outside, ready to get, and you walked out into Port Moore. The humidity is not as bad as you'd think. It's more like I said, the mud is where the water and everything kind of permeates. It's a little bit dry up here, but not too bad.
Well, all right, I expect we should just get this deal done, eh?
The sooner we get it, the sooner we get paid.
Just a reminder that we should make sure that any documentation regarding this, regarding our contract, and do you think that he'll pay us for the repairs we made?
Well, let's just say I wouldn't, bank on it, but we can certainly try.
Recording in progress.
Well, I couldn't bank on it right now anyway.
Well,
Because she doesn't have the money.
It's a turn of phrase, Lena. It's just never mind.
It is like not counting your chickens before they hatch. I've heard that one.
Yes, something like that. All good.
Clicky's just sticking by here because, it's just that's what he does. He sticks by his buddy, and especially since we're in a spot that Clicky doesn't know. So
I thought that
Also-
ship would be way cooler than it was. Like
That ship was a
it's a luxury
disappointment.
ship, and it was I didn't run super well. Lino, you did like an awesome job getting it. I mean, moving, especially again. They don't all probably come with some sabotage droids though, so maybe that has lowered my opinion of this ship.
Perhaps we can install a prank bot on our ships.
I think like prank bot is a pretty nice way of putting it. I didn't really feel like it was a prank. It felt a little more like we're
Attempted
going to try to
murder?
kill everybody. Yeah, like murder.
Yeah,
bot. Murder
I'd
bot's
have to
probably
go
a
with
better-
attempted murder on that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, but its earlier antics could definitely qualify as pranks. Playing music very loudly or playing entertainment systems to distract us.
Which could be just premeditation on the attempted murder. So I don't think a prank bot is really where we want to go with this.
That seems like a strong correlation to make without much causation.
The causation was the attempt to jettison us into space.
Oh, certainly. But if one were to play music loudly in most cases, it doesn't usually result in murder.
I would just like to say that I accidentally played music really loudly, and my intention was not to then later jettison you into space. So I just want to be really clear about that. Those don't always line up. I am not a murder bot.
To be fair, some of the selected works of your quote unquote playlist, I would have been thankful for you to jettison me into space. But let's get this deal done.
I'm gonna fall into place like sticking close to Clicky.
And Ivory's behind you, and she's just kind of like slightly distracted. But Shiloh, she does this walk. She kind of sticks to you and goes, she's like, no matter what, you're friends. Remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just don't leave me alone with these weirdos for too long.
And she just doesn't say anything after that. She just kind of like keeps walking. And as you're walking, and you see these buildings, some of them are rustic, some of them you see some large. I mean, this is a good port. It's not a huge port like Mos Espa or Mos Eisley, but it's a decent size port, bigger than Mos Shuda and some of the other places that you've been to. But there's standard accommodations here. Like I said, there's a lot of different shops here, things of that nature. But as you're walking, we're going to do something a little different that some of for our guests and for the GM. I would like two player volunteers. Who would like to volunteer to help me out with something? Who's the first volunteer?
Always up for some chaos.
All right.
I mean,
Bill got his hand
Oh
up.
no, too many yes hands.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bill.
everybody's all, hey, woo!
So
Okay.
Bill, as Kier is walking and watching, what is something unique or interesting that he notices in this port, in this Shadowport? What does he see? That small detail that kind of pops out to him.
I think he notices, because this is something Kier would notice, some very subtle but telltale signs of like hover bike gang activity.
Okay.
Like he sees a couple of hover bikes that are tucked back in an alleyway, and he sees a couple of markings, and
They're dirty. They are dirty.
Mhm.
I'm going to say this right now. There's mud and there's dirt on them.
Sure. Yeah,
What?
they're
Dirty bikers in a desert port.
Yeah, no,
Finally.
it's not like they're the moped patrol from certain series that will be unnamed. These are like, legit filthy,
Yeah.
Okay.
souped up swoop bikes.
Awesome. So, and you're on
The dreadnoughts from G.I. Joe.
Yeah. So as player, as you're looking at this map of Mos Shuda, you're going to see lots of different buildings and things. You notice that there is these two hangars. So the things that you notice that these two right here are private hangars. What you do see also is that this peninsula goes further back towards the bottom, and there's a whole area about almost the same size as this plateau, that where all the additional ships land. So there's additional ships out, larger ships, like I said, are out in this open area, similar to the Mandalorian, the first one they land outside the town to go inside the town. So very, very similar to them. All the circles that you see on the side, those are landing pads, large and small landing pads. So this is a very active Shadowport. So things are coming in and out all the time. There's a lot of businesses. So you'll notice that to the north, there is some buildings and a large refinery up here. And the landing bays over here are corporate owned, or at least whoever's taking care of this mud industry. You're going to notice some larger landing bays over here, and they're open to the sky. So very similar to, for people referencing, if you see Cloud City, how the landing pads are out, or Coruscant, they're just kind of sitting out, and there's a connection to the main plateau. So as you can see, this is for those that want to pay for different areas. They get this one. If they don't want to pay, they land outside of town and walk in. All the other landing pads and landing hangar areas are owned privately, things of that nature. That's why you got this nice, almost not covered, but open aired, very secured private hangar that you ended up going to. But as you're walking past a few different buildings, and there's some markets and water towers, things of that nature. Who else was a volunteer? I believe Emily, were you volunteering?
Yeah, I know I was one of the people to volunteer.
Okay.
I don't know if I beat everyone.
What does Linu notice as they're walking towards the cantina?
Clear symptoms of womp rat overpopulation, like droppings piled up in corners, boxes that have clear signs of scratching and chewing on the edges, buildings that have like holes buried into the bottom of them.
There's a womp rat infestation. I like it. Okay. So there's probably there might be an actual womp rat or animal group that basically takes care of them. We'll see. Like that.
PETA, but for womp rats.
Yes. Kurt, what does Chaff? God, I can talk.
Who's the man? He's Shaft.
Yeah.
What anyway,
does Chaff notice?
What does Chaff notice? Chaff notices a remarkable number of black sun tags on these buildings.
There's a few of them, yes. There's a mixture, but there is more black sun that you kind of notice.
Yeah, that's one of the big things that he notices, to that whole, like, who's really running this? Who run Bartertown? All right. It's a Master Blaster, or what?
All right. I like that. Shiloh, Adam, what does Shiloh notice as you're walking towards this as well?
They notice that that there is a pretty severe poverty level. There's a lot of people who are clearly like camped out in alleyways, things of that nature.
Okay. Maybe there, would you say, as you kind of look back outside the town, right before where all the ships are to the left, there's kind of a tent town?
Yeah,
almost?
like a tent town.
Okay.
Yeah. A Tarkin town, if you will.
Tarkin town, yes. We'll come up with another appropriate name for that.
Yeah.
It's appropriate.
Yeah. Does Clicky notice anything?
Too many damn droids.
Too many damn droids. All right.
Lucky's
No,
real enemy is going to be
it-
Lino.
in the sense that, like, so to play off of what Adam was saying in Shiloh is that you don't have a lot of the residents doing the work. It's like there's a lot of droids doing the work, which may play into the fact why there's such a high poverty level.
Okay.
Too much automation, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So one of the things as a GM, I like to have player input in the worlds and locations that we design. So we build it together because there's a high probability we're going to be in this location for a while. And we want to be able to have it a very unique interaction with players and characters and just overall to make it, whole. So as you're walking, like I said, you're going to see ships and different people and lot of different species. So there is a full integration of species at the Shadowport. You see bounty hunters, mercs, engineers, outlaw techs, smugglers. You see, I mean, there's everyone from a lot of different job classifications, like jobs that they're doing here. Some of them are just here for getting a job and getting out. Some of them are dropping stuff off. Some of them are here because they live here and they're trying to make a living for themselves. So it's like I said, it's a very unique Shadowport when it comes to that. And as you're walking, yes, Shiloh.
Oh, yeah. This is something Shiloh is definitely looking for to make sure, and I'll make up the answer if you want me to. But is there significant Empire presence here?
No, there is no Empire presence here.
Good.
Because this is a
Okay.
Shadowport. And the
Yeah.
Shadowport, they don't want the Empire here. So
Yeah.
the one thing that
Okay.
you know about like Darlin Boda is that there's, like I said, there's 3 Shadowports here. There is Port Moors, there is Deep River Drop, and there is the Darling Boda Shadowport. Now, the Darling Boda Shadowport technically is the planet's port. So there is a little bit of an Imperial presence there, but really it's nothing of, it's probably paid off. So there really isn't much here at all. This is one of those strange planets where there's a lot of smuggling activity going on here. If that makes sense. So yeah,
I'm
Mhm.
sure that will not factor into this at all.
So what you notice is, like I said, there are some syndicates. There are definitely multiple syndicate presence here, as well as all the Shadowports. So there's generally each Shadowport is run by one syndicate. I will share this is that there is a hut that runs Deep River Drop. And Deep River Drop is actually a fully, this is a different game that I've run. So
Mhm.
for those that want a little Shadowport adventure connection. So,
Well, foreshadow and port connection.
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
I see what you did there.
Yep,
That's
I
what
like
you did
that.
there.
I like that. So as you're walking up, you see this long rectangular building. Your standard, there's a little bit of building. You see this metal sign that's kind of like cut out the names, and you see the name that says Joyful Bliss. And there's a little bit of like neon lights or lights behind it that's kind of shining out. And it's midday, roughly, that you kind of, by the time you arrive here, and people are kind of coming and going, and you hear some music coming from inside, and there seems to be some joyfulness coming from inside and sounds. What would you like to do?
I mean, walk inside, clearly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's gonna like stop and be like, "Whoa, we should take more caution." But
Nope.
like,
Nah.
like,
I mean, realistically, we have no reason to be cautious.
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
So-
Weird. Nobody knows this here. Nobody. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
So these 2 double doors kind of open up, and you see, and you come in, you get this nice wafting smell of a cantina. That ahead of you, about maybe 15 feet, there's a big bar. that's kind of the main bar. It's kind of in the center of this this building. The things you also notice is that even though it's a long rectangular building, there's the back end of the building takes up probably about a third of this long rectangle. So about 2/3 of this building is the bar itself. The other thing is it is actually 2 stories. So there are rooms upstairs that you can get if you'd like for many by the hour or all night, depending on what fancies individuals that come into the cantina. And as you kind of come in, you see a few people at the bar themselves. There's tables along the sides. There's no music like person singing. There's a music box or something that's an audio speakers that's kind of pumping out some basic music of just subtle, nothing too bad or like too hip hop or too noisy or just it's just some nice little techno and just some relaxing kind of combination. It's about half full right now since it's midday. There's a lot of people that kind of some old timers are in here. There's a few bounty hunter looking individuals here that are kind of around. And behind the bar area, like I said, there's above it, you're going to see that there's in the center of this bar, there's a lot of stuff kind of hanging down from this particular bar, from underneath the bar itself. And standing, greeting individuals and talking to a few customers, you see this very large, muscular, handsome gentleman, a human, bald head. He has a little bit of a tattoo over his left eye, earrings, a little bit beautiful mascara, just this joyful kind of laughing with someone, engaging with them behind the bar. And what would you like to do?
Walk directly up to the bar because I assume the bartender is or knows Sea Bliss.
Their basic descriptions, you're pretty sure that's Sea Bliss. But before we jump into that, we're going to do one more round. What is it?
This one, the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve their kind here," and Chaff says, "Who?" And he said, "The Jawa." You know, we don't.
No, everyone's welcome in this cantina. Everyone's welcome.
No, this isn't an imperial port.
Yes. Well, we're going to do one more round because we're going to do what is one small detail that you notice about when your character comes into this cantina. And we're going to
Are you not going to pull any of our chat jokes?
I haven't looked at your chat jokes.
Oh, they're great.
There's a reason why the GM hasn't looked at the chat jokes.
The chat joke should be a Patreon reward. I'm telling you.
No, like
right.
Somebody do me a favor and copy them and put them in Discord so that I can add them later on. Because I can only from this crew thank you. So
just hypothesizing on what you mean by a waft smell of cantina. So, you know, like
I mean, it's not a bad smell, but it's that beer, that peanut smell, that
So yeah, it smells like sticky floors. My guess is right.
Yes, old sticky floors. Which brings up the question. We're going to start with Shiloh. Shiloh, what do you notice in the cantina?
Let's see. You just had to start with me. This is the one I didn't think about.
If I'm gonna put you on the spot, we can start with someone else. If you need a few more moments.
Yeah, give me a couple more minutes.
So we're gonna go
back to me.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna start with Emily. What does Linu's notice? Something about a sticky floor?
Surprisingly complicated cocktails that are impossibly tall. Like they look like one of those like balance artworks, you know, where it's got like a giant thing on top of like this tiny point.
Is it the glasses that he's actually drinks that he's providing?
No, like sugar things that like will slowly melt into the drink.
Like doing that like molecular gastrology thing.
Exactly. Unnecessarily complex. 100%. You are absolutely right.
Yes. Probably for special clientele that's paying for is he'll put something together like that. I like that.
Like offended that someone orders just a beer.
No, he's not offended. He's open. Like I said, everyone has their taste, and he's open to it all. So, Clicky, what does Clicky notice here? The droids, there is not many droids in here at all.
Yeah, no, I would think not. But, the lack of pilots.
All right.
For some reason, pilots don't seem to come here. So, like, you can look at Kier and know, okay, he's a pilot.
Yeah.
But to kind of again play off of what Emily was saying, let's say the clientele is a little more high class for such an establishment with sticky floors. So
I would say more of a mix. There's a little bit higher, but I
Right.
want to say there's a just definitely a
It's
mix.
not- yeah, it's like this is where like the locals hang out as
Yeah.
opposed to the guys who come in and out of the port on a regular basis.
Yeah. And the few of that have adapted to the locals are like the mercenary types, and there's some, like I said, bounty hunters that come in because they want to be part of the locals because they've been here long enough to be able to get accepted, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Kier, what does Kier notice?
The tunes are kicking. Like, he is definitely grooving, because this is not your typical, like, tourist jizz music that's playing. Like, this is definitely somebody's laying down some sick beats. And I think as he looks around, he notices that there's kind of over tucked in a corner a Deveronian who is actually like spinning tunes back there, and he's really dressed down, but he has like actually kind of riffing off some of the other stuff we talked about, like nicer gear than you might expect.
Okay.
In this place, for a place with sticky floors and things, like he's got his like little mixing deck is actually pretty sweet.
I'm gonna say that he's not actually putting the music through the cantina. He's putting something together. So he's a musician that's sitting there, and he's putting the stuff together.
Right, cool.
But he's probably at one point would probably send his music into the end of the bar. But he's just kind of he's having his work day here. So, all right, I like that. Chaff. What is Chaff noticing?
So Chaff's eye is always on where he can make credits.
Yes.
And so because his eye is always on where he can make credits, he notices that towards the back of the room, there's a handful of screens and a giant, what amounts to a Star Wars version of a chalkboard with a Celestian in front of it. And they are taking bets on the pod races that are happening across the sector.
I like that. Yes. Okay. All right. Definitely. Back to Shiloh. Shiloh, what does Shiloh notice here?
God, it's so interesting your ideas. I didn't come up with one of my own, but no, I'll throw this in there. There are two figures in the corner booth that seem to just be wearing loose fitting robes, and then as we come in, they sort of pull their hoods up and kind of hunker down, kind of hunker in a little more, like they're speaking to each other very low and quiet, like, and then I feel their eyes on us the entire time.
They're checking you out. They're kind of you might think that there's one of them looks, because of the hands, a Trandoshan, and then there's maybe you're not sure if it's the human or something like that species that's there as well.
Yeah.
So as you kind of come in and you come up to the bar, the bartender kind of finishes his conversation and kind of looks over at you for a second and kind of gives you one of these fingers up, like 1 second, I'll be right with you, and kind of continues to have this conversation with this, what's the good species we're gonna say, Chanfaran or Chanfan, so which is a small bat-like.
Oh.
So
Mhm.
it's kind of sitting there, all happy, and he's just like, yeah, oh yes, Dada, yes, I'll be back to refresh you in a moment. And he kind of comes over to you as a group as you're kind of standing there. Anyone sit down, or are you all standing?
Oh, 100% sit down.
Okay. Who else is sitting down?
I would have walked up and just stood at the bar, like between two chairs.
I don't know
Like-
why, but this is what I picture of
Yes.
Linu at the
Yep.
bar.
That's
Pretty much.
Yep.
Like straight
Like
up
child height.
like
Yeah.
straight up Kilroy, just eyes.
Mhm.
Except it looks the same when her face comes above the bar.
Yep.
Like it's just
Yeah.
eyes, and it stays that way.
Yeah.
Cookie would just be a hand.
Just searching for a drink that's been left.
No, because you have to you lean on the bar when you're waiting for want the bartender's attention. So he's leading, but with his hand.
Right. Yeah.
How about
I think we've done this a bunch. So Kira walks up next to Clicky, and if I see any like drink that's been left or anything, I try to like real subtly like kind of just push it
Towards him.
towards.
surprisingly
towards the
there
hand?
isn't. Surprisingly, there isn't any drinks left on the bar for that.
Oh, I'm like,
Clicky drink
sorry,
for
Clicky.
free wherever he goes.
Sorry, Clicky. There's nothing up here.
And after a moment or two, and Shiloh, are you sitting, or are you kind of standing there?
Shiloh will sit
Okay.
next to Chaff.
So, and V's gonna stand back behind, and all of a sudden, you hear she kind of gets this, did it, and she's like, "I'll be right back." And she walks out as she kind of grabs a comm that she seemed to have gotten just a message. So she kind of goes outside and she's gonna take a call. And so the bartender owner comes up and she's like, "Well, what have come into the joyful bliss now?
Oh,
Wow.
this guy's all yours, Chaff.
Well, welcome."
Do we want to let Chaff lead this conversation? Chaff, would you like to start?
Chaff? Your name is Chaff. Well, I'm here to help you. What can I help you with? Speaking of which, I see a hand. I'm assuming you need drinks?
Yeah, the little guy'll have the strongest thing you got.
I can do that. Before we get down to greets and welcome to the Joyful Bliss, I'm your owner, C Bliss. Welcome.
Oh.
Is anyone going to? What else would like that I can get started for you?
Well, before we get too far into our drink order, we have a delivery of which we are looking to be compensated for.
Oh.
And he starts snapping his fingers down below the thing, like holding his hand up for like a data pad of like and a list of
Linu
repairs.
will hand it.
List of
has, like-
repairs.
No.
that
Linu
were-
has like a printed out paper copy of the invoice
Right.
that she
And
hands him.
and it's like, and then it's the old fucking stereotype printer where it's like an accordion, right? And it's just of repairs that were made en route to deliver your item.
Well, at least it's not a CVS, receipt. So that would roll out the door.
Yeah. What a delivery, you say? Well, so we're doing business before a little relaxation. I understand. I can respect that.
But our relaxation might increase significantly depending on the outcome of the business transaction.
Oh, I like where you're going with that.
And I will also have one of those very strong drinks. Actually, no, the one with the little like puff thing on top that just like fizzled away.
I can surely make you one of those. And you say a delivery. What will you delivering? As he kind of grabs, or they kind of grab the paper and it's invoiced of like. Does it
Oh,
have
yeah.
the name?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Linu knows their way around a freaking invoice.
Oh, the Crimson Star. So you're the group that brought that ship.
Yep.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I've been looking forward to getting that ship back here so we can so I can finish that. So then you're looking for the credits based on
That would be correct.
Okay. Well, why don't you just sit right here and I'll be back with all that credits and get your drinks.
Do you need a copy of the contract that was
Yeah.
sent to us?
No, I've got the contract. I'm the one that signed it, so I'm fully aware what the contract is. But thank you for pointing that out. And you're talking about repairs, which we can negotiate in just when we get back.
Oh, there's also the small matter of I believe this particular crew is entitled to some additional compensation of hazard pay due to the fact that well, the ship was sabotaged from the jump, and we all almost lost our lives bringing you that floating carcass. Here,
murder droid. There was a murder droid.
there was legitimate.
I think it would be important to consider that we were sabotaged by pirates along the way and managed to repair the ship in time to make it here without any delay in our scheduling.
Well, I am so intrigued to hear about this. Like I said, sit down, relax. I'll be right back with your initial payment and your drinks, and we can talk about. And I'd love to hear the story. And yes.
At that point, Chap just like as they walk away, Chap just looks down at Clicky. Hey, little guy, I don't like the phrase initial payment. So if you're down for some more aggressive negotiating, you may be coming in handy.
I think that perhaps they might be considering giving us a tip, an initial versus a secondary payment.
That is very optimistic.
I have a feeling that additional payment will come with an additional job that they will probably try and screw us on. That's kind of how Shadowports work.
Doesn't the repair work count as an additional job?
It should. It 100% should.
Well, we're supposed to have like another job, though, right? Wasn't it 2 jobs?
It was.
Correct. Yeah. Axel said that we'd be performing 2 jobs that we would get our second job from.
I just want to make sure that we're all properly compensated before we start the next job, and it's not we'll tack that on to the next job kind of thing, because that's how they get you. I know because I do it myself.
Well, we were told at least 600 credits for this job, and notes.
So at about this time, you like I said, you saw that they walked in the back, and then there's someone else that was at the bar, kind of comes back. Surprisingly, like I said, everyone's just kind of chillaxed and relaxed, and yeah, they're in their own areas. They're kind of having fun. C kind of comes back, and some drinks are getting made, and he just kind of they. He, they, she. All the pronouns. He, they, she. She's got all of it. He's got
Any,
all. Any and all. Yes.
Welcome to my internal life for the last 40 years.
Thank you, Adam. We love you. So, they kind of are getting some drinks. It's like comes over with the first drink and drops a big, like, leather pouch full of credits, and is like, that's the initial 600. Let me get you some more drinks, and we can tell me about what happened. You said that there was some pirates, some murder droids, sabotage droids. Give me the full scoop, and I'm all ears for you. Ears, and he's basically.
I don't think I can talk about this till I get a melon juice, because this is going to be.
Oh, Maryland juice, no problem. And within a few moments, another one comes in, and then you see the artwork as they are putting together this drink for Shiloh, and the sugar is just kind of looks. Continue while I can listen and make drinks at the same time. Please go ahead.
Yeah, would you like to begin? I believe. Well, I was the one who first spotted it. You see, while we were traveling, we uncovered some unexpected compartments in the ship, and inside of those compartments something appeared to be smelling like a rotting corpse, which was unpleasant.
To say the least.
That's unfortunate. That wasn't in the my information of what was going on. You said a hidden compartment, you say?
Some of them.
Look like a solid smuggler's hole.
Well, some of those luxury liners may have had do some modifications for some elites, which isn't unheard of. There's rumors that that particular ship had some, but I never heard of them. But you found them, huh? Interesting. Do some more checking.
So this wasn't your ship?
Oh no. This is not my ship. I just brokered the repo to get back for someone. So call him
Who is that?
middleman.
Who, if you don't mind, is that someone?
Well, see, that's why I can't. The privacy things of that nature. You don't need to worry about that. But just someone who the company that owned that ship was looking for it back.
I mean, it was being tracked by pirates. We just want to make sure that we don't have targets on our back simply by doing your delivery job.
There shouldn't, in any means, having targets on your back. You just did the job. That anything means is that ship may have been targeted, which, by your admission and information, I will definitely pass that along to the owner. They will be very happy to know that they need to take some precautions when it comes to that. But you were saying that there was a pirates. They attacked you in mid, or what happened?
It turns out that when we repaired the entertainment system, we may have triggered a trap that had been placed by a previous pirate attack. As one of our other companions who went off to take a phone call theorized. And when that happened, there was a droid that was released on the ship that was there to, well, destroy the engine so that we couldn't fly anymore. So we repaired it, and we maintained the repaired entertainment system, though I might suggest doing another sweep for any extra viruses. There was a subroutine that triggered the communication out to the pirate ship.
Don't say it. Now that is some sophisticated pirating. If a pirate,
I do say.
Wow. Now, if that pirate, well, as you know, the ship was attacked by pirates many, many months ago. Although that group must have left something behind. Interesting that it took that long to activate. And you say by fixing the communication or the entertainment system triggered this subroutine.
Yes, the X500 HoloNet relay.
Well, interesting.
Is that a common thing that pirates do? To leave behind like a droid or something that's going to then like activate and call them later? Like, don't they just tend to like attack and take what they want and destroy the ship maybe if they don't get it?
My understanding is it's not a standard pirate activity. Now, I don't know pirates themselves, so to speak, but what I've heard.
Some did indicate that it was a not uncommon tactic.
Yes. Some pirates do, because here's the thing. Someone comes to find the ship, then they basically sabotage the ship again, and there's some more ransom for them. It happens, but it's not too common, so to speak. So you repaired that, and then so what happened? It caused some problems, you say, and then did you keep the droid? Kill the droid? What happened to the droid?
Hello, we'll just look at Clicky.
Well, we have a clicky. We have a clicky, and that's what happened to that droid.
And Clicky just looks at him and goes like this.
Oh, you're the big guns of the group, I see.
He's the muscle.
Wow. Impressive beyond. Kind of cute there, too. But so the droid's gone.
The hair. Like chat audibly does the whole, but the hair.
Don't knock it until you try it. Anyways. Anyway, this you got the droid's gone. You off the ship. So no more issues with that, huh? Okay. So now that we are negotiating because I recognize your hazards of delivering a simple repo job turning much more complex and complicated than you anticipated. And I recognize that. And Rax I will definitely inform Raxel of this endeavor that you had. And but so what kind of compensation were you looking for, Mr. Chaff?
I mean,
Because
I
you're the
don't know.
representative of the group right now.
I'd say for all of our, troubles and possible death. I mean, it's hard to put it. Well, yeah, that little robot opened the airlock and damn near sucked half of us out the ship.
Oh,
So, I mean,
smart little thing.
it's hard to put a number on a life. But well, I take that back. It's really not. Just ask the Bounty Hunters Guild. But neither here nor there. I'd say, that's worth about another, 250 in credits per head.
250 for each of you.
Clicky elbows chaff and
300 300 per head.
So there's 5 of you, and that's 300 for 5 of you.
No,
But
300 per. You're looking at a
there's
total
6 of us.
Yeah,
That's right. Your friend who's not here is outside. Yeah, I saw her come in when you first came in.
you're looking at 1,800 credits.
1,800 credits for something like that. Now
Yeah.
that is tripled for just getting here for hazard pay. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, it is, because this was supposed to be a simple run and drop off, following your expressed coordinates.
And
So,
don't forget the added repairs.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's the added repairs. Yep.
that is definitely
Linu here, and he like pats Linu on the back. Didn't sleep a wink the entire trip, making repairs to that ship, so you don't have to.
Oh wow! I thank you so much for that. You are mighty. That was mighty kind of you. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, we did actually, to keep the ship
Definitely.
flying. We legitimately had to.
We would not have made it here if we had not done the repairs. But given the time that was added onto our trip, and that we were able to reduce after making repairs, I believe it would be worth considering that we have kept a schedule while maintaining ourselves under a pirate attack, and repaired multiple items on the ship that were in disrepair prior to our receiving the ship for transport.
Wow! Now that is mighty impressive.
We're not even going to talk about the mental distress Shiloh undertook just simply riding on the ship.
Okay, well, to be fair, I take mental distress for a lot of things, but yes, I was
We know,
very.
we know, handsome. Just drink a drink.
He is not wrong, handsome. Not wrong. Well, taking all this into account, I find that your number's just a little high for that. Now, mind you, this is separate from the interview job that Raxel would like you to undertake. So I want to put that on the table, that this business will be concluded before I provide you with Raxel's other job interviewing. So,
my daddy used
your
to
daddy?
always tell me.
I
My
want
daddy.
to hear this story,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Please share with
and
me.
he looks him deadpan in the eye.
Oh, and he's looking deadpan right back at you.
Know your worth and don't settle for less.
Your daddy was a very smart man. Chaff, would you like to give me a negotiations check?
Oh, you bet your ass I would.
And
Come on, chaff.
the dice, based off of your excellent role play as a group, you are definitely getting a boost on this.
There we go.
It is unfortunately still going to be a very hard negotiations, since C is pretty charismatic and might have done this before.
Okay, you pull a triumph out of here, Kurt. I am buying dinner our first night at
Okay, that's fair.
next year.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Fun
Okay,
fact: there's not a lot of places to eat around there. Just anyway.
So, is
uh,
there anything you would like to do?
Yes, I'm going to spend a light side point to increase my my negotiation
You're
skill
gonna
from.
upgrade it up. Okay. Now, mind you,
I will be rolling 3 yellow.
Okay, so I will upgrade it. So don't worry about anything in
Okay.
your dice pool. I will upgrade all that, and I've added the boost. I've got a setback. There's some. It's gonna be a hard, daunting, not daunting, or formidable. Excuse me, formidable, not daunting, because that's gonna be 4. And there's some purple and some red in that, but I think the dice pool is set. So when you are ready, Kurt, please give me.
I need to click the use the light side thing though, right?
Yes, you do need to click the use the light side.
Clicked it.
That's been clicked. And yeah, I clicked it earlier for no particular reason. So, but the dice pool is set. If you would like to make your roll,
let's see what happens.
Gonna be great.
All right.
I mean,
got a success. Got two. Hey,
two successes and an advantage.
There we go, buddy.
Advantage.
All right,
And,
first round's on me.
Look at all the potential setbacks, though. Oh my god.
I know, right? I know, right?
Hey, it's Kurt. The important thing to remember is it's not abject failure.
Exactly.
And no despairs were rolled. So see, they are sitting there going, very valid points with that. All right. Yeah.
Oh, and one other thing. I just couldn't help but notice. My friend here, Shiloh, doesn't have an umbrella in their drink, and I believe that's actually supposed to be part of it.
That's a different drink, sweetie, and
give him a damn umbrella.
That's coming in his second drink when he orders.
Okay. I will be fine either way.
You deserve that umbrella.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. There's 6 of you, say? 300 for each of you. 1,800 credits. Yeah. For your mental anguish on your for doing this.
Mental anguish and repairs.
Oh, that's what you'll repair. Yes. You know what? That definitely I will have to say yes. Yes. Enjoy. Let me, and the last round is like, enjoy a few more. We do have some suites upstairs if you need accommodations or get down to some additional business. But enjoy a few more drinks. Let me get your compensation. Be right back. And they start walking a little bit and starts greeting a few more people. Just like, and gets a few more drinks kind of going. And what are you doing in the meantime as you are sitting in the cantina enjoying?
So we got 900 a piece, and then we got our additional 300 per, for 1,200 per.
It was 600 for the total. So you got a 100 credits per person. Now you got 3 more. So each of you have 400 credits.
Whoa! The original job, I thought we negotiated for 600 per.
No, it was 600 total. For a repo job?
That's also why Linu was like, this math ain't mathin'.
This math ain't mathin'.
Right. To fly for 15 days? Like I said, you were just there was no incident that was going to happen. It was just simply driving or flying a ship to another port for 100 credits for 15 days. That's a good amount of, or no issues.
Yeah.
Now the fact that you had issues, like I said, compensation came your way.
I'm telling you, we need to get unionized.
I believe that negotiation went quite well. See, I told you that Chaff was a good negotiator.
You killed it, Chaff. That was amazing.
It's really impressive.
That was like 3 times more money.
It's 4.
That's that whole thing with Chaff just goes.
Oh, 300 is 3 times 100. Like that's math, right?
But
you got an additional 3 times more.
An additional
is that,
times.
Okay, so I forgot one word.
Wait, I'm sorry. My brain just stopped short circuiting.
Yeah, I know,
what
right? I literally just pictured Chaff and Shiloh seeing Kier do this, going like,
I was taking notes, and I was like, wait.
Wait. My math isn't adding up here. What's happening right now? I'm like, Bill, is Bill fucking with me right now, or what?
I'm like, I was just so prepared to assume that Kier was wrong.
Because my brain heard
Because that's what we
400.
do.
My brain
Yep.
heard 400 is 100 times 3, and I'm like, no, that's not
Yeah.
right.
Right.
I
Like,
also-
yeah. Okay. Additional.
Right.
Additional. Okay.
300 additional, yeah.
The point is, it's a lot more than we thought we were going to get, and kind of makes the attempted murder worth it.
I don't believe it makes it worth it, but it will definitely make up for the therapy sessions in the long run.
I'm not
Do
going
you
to
think we
actually
can-
have therapy, but sure.
Do you think we would be able to install therapy AI on the next ship we fly on? I believe some of you might be in need of it.
I can tell you that pretty much all of us are in need of it. However, it's probably not something we're going to be able to afford anytime soon.
That's silence.
So, in passing, once we have collected our credits, Chaff is going to get himself a drink on the house because that's only what should be customary, and he's going to go place a bet.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if Shaft kind of goes and is going to place a bet, what's the rest of you just kind of relaxing and just enjoying the?
So when Chaff picks up his glass to start finishing it,
Mhm.
Clicky produces this really fancy looking coaster and sticks it under Chaff's glass and then just sits back again and doesn't say anything.
What is the coaster? Because I doubt it's a coaster. What is the coaster?
It's like
it's a
like an
little-
inlaid coaster, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
It's
okay.
really
got,
nice.
it's got a nice
I'm like,
flower
he just
design
brought the
on it.
he put the main chip for the Navi computer out of the Crimson Sun over there. Freaking, that's my. They're like, wait a minute, where did you get this?
It's an actual
I'm gonna go
coaster.
up to the bar.
You're at the bar, yeah.
Do you do nutritional smoothies?
I mean, just like nutritional smoothies. Do you have something in mind, dear?
Something that would satisfy my nutritional needs,
You got a
and
little bit.
preferably with a straw.
Oh. Is there a particular flavor that you're looking for?
No,
Oh. I'll see what I can do, and I'll have something for you in a moment
there's-
or two.
Well, there's flavors that Lena doesn't like though. Let's see, asparagus.
Okay.
And here runs through as many as he can remember from the extensive list that was placed out.
Oh, you don't like that? Huh, wow. Oh,
Yeah, really, I think as much as like just neutral as possible.
almond.
You know,
We've
yeah.
got to fix that almond. We're definitely going to get. She's got to get some almond. I've got this beautiful almond hazelnut, coffee liqueur. Oh yeah.
oh, no coffee, and no alcohol.
No alcohol.
I would like it to be
You
nutritional.
are in a cantina. I can
But
make
alcohol limits your gastric absorption of nutrients, so it makes for a less effective nutritional.
not the way I make it, honey.
I don't think that science supports that.
And I just have Mellow Run juice, like that's because I'm the pilot. So like you understand, I can't.
Are you looking for a little spice in that?
like to give it a little interesting flavor or like
You-
spice?
You
Like
want some fuel in that drink for you?
no, me?
Oh,
No,
I don't
God,
think
no.
fuel is going to be
Neither of
very
us want
good for him.
fuel. That sounds terrible. Also no alcohol or like she just wants like nutritional like if you had like a bantha sandwich and you just like juiced it, I'd probably be fine. Something like that. And then I just would like some Mellow juice, just
sandwich?
straight up, just like
Dear,
I'm just picturing basically the equivalent of this meatloaf sandwich just shoved
Yeah.
in a blender, and it's
and ceaseless like
That's good banta.
sweetie, when I talk about
Oh
fuel,
my
you know
God.
I'm talking about alcohol.
Lilith Blend Space Edition.
I'm wondering if you want it spiced, like a little bit of a kick. I didn't realize I had to explain this, but that's okay. You're new here, so
neither of us want alcohol.
you don't want. Wow, but you
Or
are in a
spice.
cantina.
I don't want
Yes.
spices or alcohol or asparagus or I don't want any of that strange. Do you know that stringy flavor that comes up of some meats? It's kind of like it gives you a weird mouth feel. I don't want that,
I've heard
and
of
I would
something
like
like
not
that.
to have. I would like not to have pineapple.
Okay.
I would like not to have.
He already
on.
gave me the list. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And he looks at Shaft and Shiloh. Another round, and Shiloh is with an umbrella.
Yes, please.
And Clicky just whatever the strongest. Like now, if you want like to spice it up, as you're saying, like Clicky's your guy.
Clicky, your first drink is good. It is strong
and big, right? Yeah, like big. Yeah, like big. He wants a big one.
I love if you're both using the same size, but on Clicky, it's just huge.
Over the course of like the next,
he's like from the bottom of his, like his stomach above his head, next to Kier, and Kier's like this. He's like, yeah, big one.
For the next half hour or so, you're in the bar, you're enjoying your time, things of that nature. A few things are going to happen. Chat. You go over to the bar, to the back where the board is, and you want to place a bet, correct? So, Chaff, you were going to place a bet at the bar or on the board for the pod race.
Chaff, you're muted.
Yeah.
That would be why I'm responding. Use telepathy.
I see. So,
right.
So you said there was a Silurian back there?
A what?
What the species that was back there? Did you?
It was a Celestian.
Celestian. Okay, so right, he's male or female?
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna go with male and female, but we're gonna go with male. So he's back there.
We don't know much about Celestian biology, so it could be either both or neither.
Yeah. Doing some stuff. He's he, they, she is taking more bets, and you kind of go. It's like, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna place a bet.
Okay.
Yep, sure am.
Who are you gonna be on?
I appreciate your Celestian. It's just you talking real fast. So I literally look for, that one right there, the Doug out of Malistaire. That one.
Doug out of Malistaire. Okay, yeah. No.
I do. I appreciate the crap out of it because I can catch it.
Well, how much you going to be on bet on this one? Are you going to 100 stick or no sticks? Are you doing any just regular flat bet, right?
One more again, friend.
You're going to make a regular flat bet? Is it high price or low price?
I could have sworn you said a regular flap.
Yeah, so did I.
And I didn't know what it meant, but I loved it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and make me a high bet.
It's kind of punches some information in, and kind of gives you the receipt and takes the credits from you. So how much are you betting?
I will bet 200 credits.
Ooh. 200 credits on a Doug pod race.
Very fast, very dangerous.
Yes. So
it's Sebulba. He always wins.
Yeah, well, Sebulba. There's more than just Sebulba.
Oh, I know there is, but I mean,
Kurt, don't be a racist.
Oh, I'm
not
deeply aware. I played the pod racer game.
So am I. So did I. The Dougs had a distinct advantage in that game. They 100% did.
Yes, they do. The question is, how do we want to resolve this bet? A D100?
Wait.
Yes.
So after Chaff comes back to the table, Clicky's going to go over.
Yeah.
And he wants to try to find out which race Chaff is betting on and who he's betting on. And I want to use my Streetwise to try to bet against Chaff and beat him.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I want to hear Clicky come up to the Solarian. And we're going to do a little quick. So the Solarian's like, oh, would you come? What do you want to bet to?
And he turns and he like
What-
points at Chaff.
that guy-
This is the
Oh
content
yeah,
you're
he
here
was,
for, friends.
he was coming in. He was bet on the Doug. So the Doug is a 4-1, but this guy's a.
And you know, and, like
Oh.
looking at the
Oh.
odds. I want, you know, like I said, I want to use Streetwise to
Yep.
try to find a better bet to go against him.
Okay, and how much? Are you
Bet
gonna,
on flap, flap, flap.
how much are you gonna bet?
How much did he put down? 200.
Yeah.
I'll put 200 down also.
Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely going to be done. 2 hours then the bet will be done. So 2 hours minutes, 2 hours will be good. So good luck into that one.
Okay. Do I get to roll Streetwise or anything?
So you know, I'm not gonna have you make because this
Okay.
the communication is perfect, and they're gonna find one definitely.
Okay.
I'm thinking of how we're going to resolve this.
I say Kurt and I roll off.
Yes,
But
but I'm
Yeah.
gonna remove any of my difficulty dice, so it's
Okay.
gonna be straight skill dice, and whoever has the highest out
okay.
of your straight skill dice that you want to use.
Okay.
So the question is, there is a gambling skill that you can create.
Oh, see,
Unfortunately,
this is when I needed my other character.
this is when you needed your other character, not this one.
Yeah, because
unfortunately.
Dice is great at gambling.
Yeah,
I'm
Dice-
sure he'd have done
Dice is-
Yeah,
fantastic.
Dice's gambling has never gotten us in trouble.
No, it
Never,
hasn't.
never,
But at least
never.
he has it as a skill.
So looking at the skills, I think, part of me wants luck, but there's no real luck roll. But streetwise or now I don't know about a
I
knowledge.
would say you could use Underworld
Yeah.
since it's
You know what-
illegal gambling.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, well, I have
Cool.
an idea.
I say this is someone with 5 dice in all the knowledge skills, though.
Cool or vigilance?
I mean, I'll take cool.
This is an interesting out of normal. So, Adam, you had a suggestion. What is your suggestion on this?
Yeah, so my suggestion, just what I was kind of thinking is, have them roll like a dice pool for their fictitious for their fictitious racers, and then for every rank they have in Streetwise or Underworld, like give them a boost die to their roll, and then have them roll off in like best 2 out of 3 rolls or something like that. So it's not just a one
Just
instant
one
roll.
roll? Okay.
Yeah, but that's a possibility.
So how about
But it could just be one roll
I've-
too.
so let me go with this. So you get to choose between streetwise, vigilance, or cool. There's a reason why I'm looking at this. It's how well at the time of the bet on how well you're able to figure out which, like I said. So out of streetwise, cool.
I'm going
or
to take
vigilance?
Streetwise.
I would take cool.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all difficulties.
Okay.
And I want each of you to simply roll your skill on this. And we're going to determine how many successes and advantages you have, and whoever has the most wins. I like the idea of the best 2 out of 3. So because we're going to do the best 2 out of 3, that's who's going to win and how it's going to go. So we're going to make it a little bit more interesting and challenging, since this is going to be, like I said, this is for the story. It's not for the rules, but the raw of this. Because I like
No, this is me fucking with Kurt.
yeah,
That's
oh
what
yeah,
it is.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because for some reason, no matter what game on this earth I'm in, I just have a giant sign that says "fuck with me."
so Kurt, Shaft is going to use cool. You said.
Yep.
And then Clicky is going to use streetwise, right?
Yes.
Each of you roll once. We'll see. Go ahead. All right. Cool. Chaff, you have 1 success and 2 advantage. Clicky, you have 3 successes and 2 advantage. You won the first round. Now,
Okay.
because I just thought of something to add here, but I want the 2 players okayed. Because Clicky got more than 2 successes above, he gets a boost on his roll. Yes or no?
The only reason why I would say I'd accept the boost is because I was specifically looking for somebody with better odds.
Okay.
But that should have been my first roll.
Okay. I'm going to say because you're going to add 1 boost to your roll. So add 1 boost to your roll. And now, Chaff, roll cool again, and then streetwise again.
Okay.
Second roll. Our Chaffed, your cool is 3 successes and 2 advantage, and Clicky 2 successes and 3 advantage. Chaff won the second, so we've got 1-1 right now, which I like.
Mm-hmm. See, that's suspense.
Suspense, yes. So the last roll, Clicky, take off your boost.
Well, I didn't get a boost.
Oh, you didn't see a boost. Oh, you didn't add that boost
It's
down
fine.
there, did
Don't
you?
worry. How do I add a boost?
So on your main, where the dice pool is, you're going to see the blue, the green, and the yellow. You just click on 1 blue and then click away.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You can
I like the
also,
fact that it's 1-1 right now.
Okay.
if you go on your skills, you go on your skills page, and then under modifiers,
You could add 1 beat, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
But you have to
So if
take
you
it
add-
off,
yeah.
because if you don't take it off, it's always on there.
Right. Yeah.
So,
This is good. I'm good.
So,
So
last, who's going to win this one? So, each of you roll, Chaff, 1 more cool, Clicky, 1 more streetwise.
The suspense.
Oh. Cool. Why are you waiting for me to roll first, Jim? Why are you waiting for me to roll first?
Oh.
You wanted to go second. Roll
Or
that
Chaff.
cool. Roll that cool.
for those of you listening, Clicky got a triumph in his rolls.
So here's the catch. And Chaff, you got
Wait
2
a minute. Wait.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
How did Clicky get 2 successes, an advantage, and a triumph when the dice only show 1 success, 1 advantage, and 1
Because
triumph?
the triumph is gets to the success. So
But it doesn't show up on there like that. That's not how it
No,
shows up.
he might have something that automatically gives him a success on a. No, because it doesn't show up on other ones.
No, I don't know.
No, he got 2. So
This game is rigged, I tell you.
No,
there it is.
a
Proof.
triumph is a success.
It is a success, but it never shows a success on there. It
separate
just
success,
shows
yeah.
the triumph. That's it.
If you
You have to
will.
remember if there's setbacks
Does
and
it?
stuff, it may negate it.
Yeah, the setbacks and stuff negate it. So
Yeah.
it always, when you roll a triumph, you get a success at. So there were 2 successes, an advantage, and a triumph for Clicky. 2 successes and 3 advantage for Chaft. Unfortunately, because of that triumph, I am going to say, yes, Clicky, what would you want that triumph to be?
Okay, so my guy wins. Okay,
Okay.
but because of some technicality, Chaff also gets his money back because of something. You know, like the rest of the bets get like called off or something. So he loses nothing, but I still win.
Okay. So you double, you're going to double your money, and Chaff, you get your money back. There was a disqualification in the pod race. There was a disqualification in the pod race, and
Like somebody messed with his driver's pod.
Yeah.
So they don't want to take it away from the fact that, you know, the other guy, you know, like my driver obviously won. Like there was no question, but somebody fucked with his driver's pod.
Yep.
So
That's pod racing.
that's pod racing.
That's pod racing.
Yeah. So
He obviously didn't try spinning.
Obviously, my guy did.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you, everyone, for
That's awesome.
indulging in this non-raw, completely story arced roll-off that is just, we're here for fun and telling the story. So, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Kurt.
Ah,
You didn't lose any money, Kurt. You got your 200 back.
listen. It's not a matter that I didn't lose anything. I didn't win.
That's true. And Clicky, you won 200 credits.
Right. And then I take 100 of the credits and I give them to Chaff.
Ah, see, now I'm winning. Ah, now I'm winning.
Buddy.
He just like Chap comes back and he sits at the table and I could see he's like, some technicality, blah, blah, blah. I broke even. Click comes back, and puts the 200 credits in front of himself and he slides half of them over to Chap. He doesn't say anything.
Aw.
Just,
Like, Chad probably looks at him just like, this job was going to be the death of me. He just takes it.
Clicky's just like, I only won because you lost.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I only won because you lost.
You were betting on his not winning, and there was a
Right.
technicality of him losing, so you actually won. So yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So, because you weren't betting on who's winning the race, you were betting that his wasn't winning.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, well, that happened.
That's
And around the
hilarious.
second thing that happens is Avery comes in and Shiloh. Avery looks at Shiloh and goes, "Does this?"
I'll go over to her and make sure we're far enough away from everybody.
And she's standing at the entryway, and she kind of looks over, and she's like, "No, come outside. Let's have a conversation outside." And she's like, so hate to do this, but I got a better offer. So I'm jumping ship, and she slides the capsule in your hand. Take this. You do it with the crew. You continue on. I will catch up with you guys sometime soon, sometime later.
Sorry, the capsule with the
what's the word I'm looking for?
The fuel stuff.
Fuel. Because the GM cannot think of the crystal.
The super fuel.
The super fuel.
The super fuel.
Coaxium.
There's the word we're looking. So
that's it.
The coaxium that they found on the ship.
That's right.
He slips the coaxium in your hand. It's like, it's yours. Do with it what you want. Share it with the crew if you need. She's like, it's your decision. I got a better offer that no hard feelings, and she kind of gives you the comments like, we're going to keep in touch.
Okay. All right. I can't say I'm disappointed, but Chaff just actually was really useful and made us a lot more money than I thought we were going to. And the truth is that, like, even though like most of them are kind of weird and maybe a little incompetent, they're actually good people. And look, as soon as we can wrap up this second job, or sooner if need be, I'm bailing anyway. I'm just going to find somewhere where I can hide away from the syndicate and not ever go back anywhere near Tatooine, or the syndicate or the Empire ever again.
You need to stay with this crew. I think this is a good place for you. I think this is, and even if you have to go back to Tatooine for a short period of time, with this crew, this is a good opportunity for you. And it's not goodbye. I'm not saying goodbye forever. I'll be back. I'll definitely be back. But for right now, I got a job that just got a good offer. So I really think.
Okay, I know what your jobs are like. I definitely do not want to go on one of your jobs, your normal jobs.
Well, it's not that kind of job, but it's Stephen. You'll be okay. Trust me. I really think you'll do good here. And this group, they'll warm up on you, and you need to keep them. And you got a definite purpose.
Well, that would be weirdly nice for a change.
Don't stick with it for a little while. See how it goes.
All right. Look, regardless, I'll make sure Rexel always knows how to get in touch with me. So,
and like I said, if I need to, I'll get a hold of you too. And so, no worries. worries. I got to do one more thing before I take off and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I got to make one more call. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give her a hug, and it's and it's kind of clear like Shiloh is a little little scared about this. But
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
And you can tell that she's trying to keep you, Shiloh, at ease and really push and not pushing, but just trying to make you comfortable that this is the right group, that you've
Yeah.
got some stuff that you can do with them, even if you have to go back to Tatooine for a short period of time. Because like I said, you're going to be, based off the information, you're going to get a ship and you're going to be flying. So
which might actually be better than being in one place.
Exactly, because you're going to be multiple locations and things of that nature. You're going to be making money on jobs, and there's a lot of opportunity. And not to mention, considering they're probably going to need someone to patch them up. So
I'm sure they will.
Yep.
Yeah. And as she disappears into the sunset, I just shout out, "Shane! Shane!"
That tracks.
Yeah. Shane actually being the Togruta word for goodbye. You're my best friend. I love you forever.
She acknowledges back, and she's like, and you
a lot of meaning in one word. I'm just throwing that out there.
We're Togruta. We are very deep, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of languages have words that have meanings that are hard to translate into other languages. For example, did you know that Twi'lek has a word for to serve without consent, because our nation has done it for so many centuries now, and now we are free.
He doesn't know how to follow that up.
Jeff just locked up. Hey, so I have a question. I know you're setting up, man, but are you doing originals, or are you like DJing, or like what's your? Because you got a nice deck here, man.
Well,
like I'm just wondering.
I'm just I'm putting some stuff together right now. I hope to be playing maybe tomorrow, but he's got some opportunity. I'm gonna test some stuff out. They allow me to make sure that I've got some time. But well, thanks for noticing my board.
Yeah,
man.
like who are your influences, man? Do you do you listen to like Trandoshan, or are you into more like like Twi'lek, Groove?
Twi'lek is all good, but I kind of stay away from the Gamorrean or the Trandoshan. There just seems like there's a little bit higher pitch. Not to mention,
they're super aggressive too, right?
I like the more mellow and more kind of the just a little bit of that beat that kind of really soulfully hit there. But,
that's cool. Do you have like a mixed chit that I could? Because like I like to play grooves on the ship while I'm flying.
Do, man. Oh yeah, let me see if I can find something real quick. And he's kind of going through a bag and stuff like that, and he pulls out a chip. He's like, "It's some of my older work, but there's one or two newer songs in there."
Cool, dude, man.
So like, who are you? Are you like an agent or something? That you? Yeah.
No, I'm a music lover, man. I just love music, and I could tell that you must be serious, because you got some nice gear.
I've been kind of floating around here for a while, and I've been here, a few weeks, and just kind of, taking my time and just kind of getting back into the group, the muds, and just kind of getting social. Well, kind of get out and get some more just kind of retreat, man. If you ever have the time, go sit down the one of the hangar, just commune with the mud. Really good for you. The mud baths that they kind of have.
Oh,
those are
okay.
nice too. Kind of detox you.
Wow, that sounds sometimes like I get really stressed out because like piloting is a stressful job, man.
So pilot?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's gotta be cool.
Well, I don't know, I think so. I really enjoy it.
What do you pilot? What do you fly?
Anything, man. Yeah, like we just dropped the ship off, and I'm gonna hopefully grab another ship out, and like,
That's cool, man.
yeah, I mean, I fly, I ride, like whatever. I saw there was looked like there's some like super bikes out.
Oh man, dude. If you don't bother them, they don't bother you. So
Yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean, they look pretty rough. The bike's pretty rough.
Well, the gangs can be, man, but there's kind of some the owner or the how should I put this, the protection group that they kind of they have an understanding that they don't get too violent, but sometimes there's a mess here or there, and just be careful of yourself around them. But if you don't mind them, they won't mind you. Unless
Oh,
you
that's
got
cool.
something
Do they?
shiny.
No, no, I don't know. Do they race? Do they do races?
Not so much here, but
Oh,
down in Dog and Boda, they've got some cool races.
oh, cool, man. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna totally go give this a listen
Oh man,
because
thank you so
I'm.
much. And what's your name, man? So I can, if I'll see you again, I can remember it.
Oh yeah, I'm Kier. Kier Starfall. Nice to meet you, man.
Oh man, nice to meet you too. Yeah, positive energy, I like.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's your name? I got to make sure I
Toothpick,
like
Toothpick.
Toothpick. Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Nice to see your energy. Nice to get your acquaintance.
All right. Well, I can't. If we're here tomorrow, I'm totally dropping in on your set.
Oh, cool. Right. Yeah, take care. Good
All right.
ride.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks.
And he
Clicky, Clicky, that guy's totally cool, man. I got some music from him and stuff. Like listed on the ship.
I'm so glad that scene happened.
Honestly, was just enjoying it from the back seat.
And Kirill like find everybody, and he's like, and he kind of looks around. He's like, okay, so like here's the deal, right? So the biker gang actually acts as protection inside the city, but apparently they're not all that violent. They're really just more about trying to get protection money. So I think we stay out of their way. They're not going to really come at us that much. Also, it doesn't look like there's any illegal racing here. Everything they do is imported from one of the other cities on the betting boards. And he looks up at the board and he's like, oh God, I can't believe nobody bet on the Doug, did they? Because like that guy's got a terrible reputation. But yeah, I think we're pretty cool if we just kind of like chill out. It seems like this place is definitely been kept on the chill down low.
I have like a straw coming up all the way out of my drink and like into my shirt collar.
Mhm.
I guess
And
that tracks.
Shiloh, as you're coming back in after speaking with
Yeah.
Avery, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll come over to the group and just kind of I'm gonna grab one of the shots that's in front of Chaff and just down it.
And C kind of looks at you.
Happening to Chaff.
Oh my! And then
Do you
Mandy comes
fucking
over
mind?
and pours you another
And-
one.
And of course, without removing the straw, you'll see Linu's hands go.
Where is Avery?
Avery is taking off. She got another job and needs to take that. So I think she's not going to come on this second job with us. And she didn't really want to say a whole lot more, so I don't want to like make any guesses, but I don't think we should wait on her.
Did she find us to be an unsatisfactory crew?
Oddly enough, no. She
What you mean, oddly enough? We're a good bunch of folk.
Shiloh
And
has made a lot of comments about our incompetence.
take the other shot.
God damn it, Shiloh, those cost money. They're for me.
Well, and you got us money now, so like
And
I
the
will
shot
happily.
glass. Oh, sorry. Continue, sorry.
No, go.
Sorry to
Well-
interrupt. My mistake. Keep going.
Sorry. I will happily buy you more. But yeah, but Avery is kind of out of the picture for a while.
And as you were saying this, a shot glass suddenly appears in front of Shaft 2, and the shot glass in front of Shiloh gets filled up by both of them, as C is kind of like going, oh, yep.
Did Avery take her portion of credits as well?
That's a good question.
She basically said, I'm good, reinvest it.
Okay.
For the group. Reinvest it for the group.
So another 100 credits, 300 credits split 5 ways equals.
You might have gotten the interpretation.
Well, it's actually 400 credits if you do your math right,
so
Chap.
80,
God.
81.
So you might have gotten the impression she may have wanted you to put it towards any ship repairs or any future ship stuff that you need to do, or purchases for the ship, or
party treasury moment.
Party
should have seen that one coming.
Yeah. So I'll put her her chip stick on the table, and I will slide it over to Linu. And see, she wants us to use this to get ourselves set up, and and maybe we can just like keep a bunk ready for her in case she comes back.
It'll make for a great investment toward a therapy AI.
And maybe an actual ship that we're gonna keep. I mean, if we're gonna keep running jobs together, I mean, I don't know if that's the plan or not.
GM,
Well,
remind me.
Don't we get a
ship
from Raxel? Yeah, isn't Raxel said like if we do the missions and we get everything done, and like he had like ships that we get to pick
I
from?
just want to make sure I'm not misremembering that before I.
No, so basically what it is that you have to go on this next interview job. If you pass this next interview job, you will get a ship. You get to pick a ship from his lot, and then from that ship, you kind of got the hint that it might need a repair or two. You're not sure, or what type of ship it is, depending on what you pick. But then from there, you're actually, you get a ship as part of the franchisee situation, and then you get to, once you get that ship, you start traveling the galaxy, so to speak.
Oh, no, Shiloh, we will be receiving a ship from Raxel after the end of the second job.
But
ships cost money to fees and stuff like that. So
as we've seen from Raxel's other investments, it's not necessarily going to be a ship that's without need of repair.
It's true. We'll see what we can do without spending money on it. Especially large repairs with ships cost lots of money. For example, if you need to get a new cylinder on your engine, it costs upwards of 10,000 credits. Let's not make investments like that without knowing how we're going to be going yet. Plus, I believe this was what, hold on, what did Chap say earlier? Don't spend your credits before they're cashed. No, don't bank on it. Don't bank on it.
Right. Let's put her share towards making sure we can do something in the future if anything goes badly here.
I think that is a wise decision to save it for future investments.
Right. So if it's for the ship, so should Linu hold on to it then?
Yeah, Linu should hold on to anything that we want to know exactly where it goes and make sure it only goes to what's really needed.
Perhaps if we're opening a franchise.
Is trust Linu. That's the default. Let Linu have all the money.
Yeah.
It's because Linu's not Hezra.
Or Chaff.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't want Clicky holding the money.
No,
right? Exactly.
Nope.
Yeah.
Listen, Kier. All right. I would like it to be known that I brought you a Galaxy Rocket Pop or whatever the hell that thing was. Did nobody else bring you your goddamn rocket snack? So
perhaps if we are starting a franchise, we should open a group bank account.
Rocket
It's not
Rap.
a bad idea.
Rocket Rap. That's what it's
Galaxy
called.
Rocket Pop is a completely different thing. They're cold and sweet and like not good to have on the. You and I are
They're
going to go
very
out
sticky.
eating sometime, and I'm going to show you. Like,
I would like that. I would like that. I would
All
like the
right.
one-on-one time with Kier. I would.
all right, good. You're on. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, sounds
Why
good.
are we being so aggressive about this?
I don't
I
know.
feel like
I'm
this is a threat.
excited. I'm not aggressive. I'm
This is a
excited.
threat. Like, I feel like they're fighting.
Are they mad at each other?
No, I'm excited. Are you aggressive? Are you angry?
No,
I'm not.
no. I'm actually kind of hungry now, but I mean,
All right. Well, maybe they have food here?
They have food here.
do you have rocket wraps?
Oh no, don't have that here. No, sweetie. Nope. I got something better for you. Don't worry about it.
He likes big bantha steaks.
Oh, I think I can muscle up some of those.
He said he likes his meat big and hot. I don't really know why, but he did.
Oh, you are after my heart there, dear. And you can see the charm going. He kind of gives you a wink, and it's like, all right.
Chap just has this very blank, like, what? Look at his face, like, what?
And in about a half hour, food is now a third round of drinks, and some
Yes.
food is now lit in there. So,
Oh no, I don't need another nutrition smoothie. 2 is plenty for the day.
okay.
Yeah.
Then a little bit of the glass is just sitting there with a liquid in it, possibly water.
Live a little, maybe, a
Smell it.
tiny little drop of seasoning or something.
It's water.
I don't trust it. Emily doesn't trust it. I don't know if Linu doesn't trust it.
So
I will move the straw
Mhm.
into the clean glass
Okay.
of the liquid and just take and take like the tiniest sip.
it's water.
I can drink water.
Over the course, I would say, of the next hour, like I said, things are coming and going. You're kind of getting your time. You're relaxing. You're getting that comfortability. You're at the bar. You're chatting amongst each other, things of that with each other, having these conversations. About an hour into it, C comes up to you and goes, "Having a good time?"
For the first time in quite a while. Yeah, actually.
Excellent. So when you are ready, we
Shiloh.
can do some business. We finish your business part of our transactions and communication. So thank you again for delivering the ship, and that business has been concluded. But I believe I have some Raxil business for you, and whenever you're ready, let me know, and we will adjourn to a more private location.
It was
Clicky
my
pushes his-
understanding. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Clicky pushes his chair back, looks at him, and just points towards one of the, I would assume, like the stairs or something to go upstairs, because that's where the rooms are.
Oh no, dear. Are you looking for a fun room? No, or someone place? Oh, okay.
No, and he
I
points at Chaff, and then
Okay. Well, I can make arrangements if you'd like, but we'll
What's
just-
happening here? Wait, what?
Oh, no, it's okay, dear. No, you're all good. You're all good. He needs to request. He looks at Clicky. He needs to ask for it. I understand, but you're helping him out. But he needs to ask. So,
What? Clicky, what the hell are you talking about?
this is now Clicky pushes a little more of the credits towards him, and he kind of, you kind of see him wink.
Ah.
His cloak.
Wait, what?
Again,
No.
consent. Dear, consent comes from him. I gotta hear it from him. So we're all good. But thank you for looking out for your friend there. But no, we're not going upstairs for the meeting. I got a private. And he points to a door over to the side. We got a private office there, but we can put 5 minutes. Be good in about 5 minutes then, or you need more time.
I could go now.
Clicky starts walking towards the door now. I mean,
Oh, he is just a ball of get it done now. Oof. Okay. We're doing it now.
In and out fast. That's our Clicky.
Ooh.
Yep.
Mm. And
My
you,
high
you
school.
get this kind of
That was
look
my high
of,
school metal band, In and Out Fast.
and as he kind of looks at
Were
it's
you
like,
really into burgers?
and as you all make, there's a door that kind of goes into a nice little office area where there's it's kind of a meeting room office, nothing too fancy. It's actually kind of cramped for the space. There's just kind of a small table. There's some chairs around it, and as you kind of come in, he's like he motions to someone to kind of make sure to kind of keep the bar from going into chaos. And he kind of comes into like, okay. And before we go into that, we are going to take a quick break to refresh our drinks, to go to the restroom, all that good stuff before we dive back into a little bit of mayhem. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We will be back in about 5-10 minutes. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We are here for some more shenanigans. Get you right back.
All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shadowport Adventures Luck of the Draw, our Star Wars RPG actual play of Star Wars Edge of the Empire RPG. Thank you for joining us. We are back. We are having some wonderful fun here. Again, rules, we try to stick to them as much as we can, but you know what? We're here to tell a great story, and sometimes the rules they're guidelines. Yes, thank you, Emily. They're guidelines. We'll throw them out if it's for the story. So that's the one thing we love being here and how I GM my Star Wars game. So
Rules are meant to be broken. Rules are meant to be broken.
Right.
Sometimes
The rules are holding you back, man.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
God, like I was waiting for you to say that dude's name was Lebowski. Like I was waiting for a comment on the rug or something like that about how his music just ties the whole room together, like something.
It was honestly somewhere between the Big Lebowski and the Oh Hi Mark guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh Hi
Hi,
Mark.
Mark.
Mark. All right. I like it. Thank
Tommy
you so much.
Wiseau.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
This is nice.
Thank you.
All right, so we are now picking up as the door shuts in the small, cramped little room. There's like a small little table, and there's a lot of chairs and couches kind of sitting around in this area. And C kind of comes in and sits down and kind of looks. Well, thank you again for your previous job of the ship. Again, unknown about that pirate issue, so I said that business has been taken care of. So let's move on to our next order of business. Raxel asked if I could help out with this. Kind of owed him a favor, so that's why I'm doing this, to make sure that he has a good crew, so to speak. So I have to say, I was seeing how you did, kind of making sure that you clicked together. Seemed to do pretty good. So your next job, your next interview, I should say, it's a trust building interview. So it's to make sure you're trustworthy and that you can follow instructions and things of that nature. Make sure that you're just not going to rip Raxel off at any given point. So to give you a heads up, we'll be given a ship, small little, from my personal collection. Has anyone ever heard of the the Carillion Shuffle?
I mean, last I checked, it was some sort of line dance.
I
Uh,
suspect I have heard of the Corellian Shuffle.
So the Carillion Shuffle is based around Corellia, where a ship will transport goods from one ship to another in a very, very quick manner. So it's basically you come in, you fly to a
Oh, Kier's
particular
probably heard of it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You fly into a particular location, you meet up a ship, you drop off cargo, and you get out of there before any Imperials or corporates or anyone. And it's based off, there's a specific location around Corellia. And so there's like generally 2 or 3 jump points, and it's known as the Carillion Shuffle, where you just basically fly in, you straight off, and then you go and jump to the next one. And you've heard that this is done to test pilots also that are coming up to see if and crews to make sure that they're trustworthy, that they don't steal things of that nature, cargo and things like that. So it's kind of a test, so to speak. But that is what the Carillion Shuffle is.
Is there? I'm going to ask a player knowledge question first before Kier says anything.
Yep.
Are they both drop offs and pickups when you do a shuffle?
Sometimes yes, sometimes
you could be either. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Then Kier would say, yeah. So are we a drop or a pickup?
Oh, you're going to be doing some dropping, or I should say, delivering.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Great. When do we start? This is going to be fun.
Oh, can probably smart tomorrow or maybe even tonight, depending on how eager you are. But it's going to take you a little bit. So allow me to get the details. So, as I said, this is referred to as the Magari trade shuffle, since we are kind of in the used to be called the Magari sector, but now it's referred to as the Anto or the sector that we're currently in. But it was something done before, so we kind of named it that way. As I said, it's very similar to the Carillion Shuffle, and what you're going to be doing is there is a casino club cantina named the Milk Run, located on Garinthum. I think you're familiar with that location. It was one of your stop-offs. But at the cantina, you're there to pick up a few crates from location, which you just need to give you the information of just mentioning that you're doing this job. Pick up those crates, and then the data pad that I have for you is, well, the information I'll be given for you is you're going to have 3 specific jump pods. You're going to pick up the cargo. You're going to jump to your first location. You're going to transfer some cargo over to the ship called the Monarch, located near the planet Council. Then from there, you're going to drop off one of the containers you're going to need several containers. But you're going to get then you're going to get some 5 containers of some items, and you're going to make a transfer over at the ring to a ship called the Empty. And then yes.
Oh, Jay, out of character. Was Garinthum, was that the one with all the Imperials on it?
No,
or is that the other one?
That was the other one.
Okay, great. All right.
So after the Imperials, there was the last stop that you just came from. That was the location you just before coming here.
Okay. Great.
And then you're gonna have, and he kind of goes through this, that you're gonna be picking up quite a few crates at this location. And then once you're at, like I said, pick up the crates, you're delivering these crates to each of these locations, and you're making quick jumps. So there's actually a total of 4 different jumps that you need to make to deliver. You're going to pick up all these crates, and you're basically transferring these all this information and all these crates to different ships along this route. So, and it's all within a certain location. Now, if the players would like to look at roll 20, as C, they pull up the kind of a list or a map of the area. And they say you basically jump to these 4 locations at a set time, all within like a day. So there's all pre-planned timing, and they should be able to jump to each locations. Once you start, you're going to meet at each of these locations at a specific time, and it should be able to get there within that amount of time based off of how you're jumping. You're supposed to offload the cargo at each of these things, and then once you're done at your final destination, you return back here for payment. There are questions about.
It seems there's a specific time period we need to keep. Is there going to be some sort of communication should any mishaps occur, like the pirates we previously encountered?
Oh no, you're on your own. Once you start, you gotta make your rendezvous. Don't make your rendezvous. That's part of the test.
Right. So, what exactly are we transporting?
Oh, that is an interesting question. I'm actually kind of surprised and entertained that you would actually ask that. There could be some spice in some of those crates. Is that going to be a problem?
I believe it's better if we do not know that we are carrying illegal materials.
No. As a matter of fact, it's very important that we know exactly what it is that we're carrying.
Plausible deniability is a wise way to maintain a level above the law.
This is true, but I'm less concerned about the law and more concerned about poachers.
Fair question. Fair question. No weapons. I can say that for a fact. Some mundane merchandise, power converters, things like that. And like I said, somebody might some spice.
I don't really care what people put into their bodies, but as long as we're not hauling goods for the Empire, then
No, not the Empire. I can guarantee you that.
What are the known threats on these routes?
Known threats could be anything. The Empire could be in the air. Corporate could be a syndicate, might be in the area.
Simultaneously, Jay.
Syndicate might be in there.
Simultaneously, Jay, I would like to roll. Would it be Outer Rim to see if there's something that they're not mentioning, perhaps? That I would be aware of.
Sure. The dice pool. It's going to be an average check, so dice pool are set.
I love that 5 dice pool.
Yeah, you got with a success and an advantage. All the information that's being shared is pretty standard and legit. Everything, yeah. There's nothing that seems to be being hidden. All of it's all very, very open on the table of all the possibilities that could potentially happen.
Okay. As you were.
It is space, so by all means, anything could happen. But generally, your information of this particular trip is only provided to the individuals and captains of the ship that you're going to be making these to, since we're organizing them. So I cannot control their loose lips, but they know if they're causing problems, they will be dealt with later on. By the way, isn't there supposed to be a 6th person here?
She got a better offer. So speaking of, what kind of ship have we got? And more importantly, whose ship is it?
Well, it's one of mine from my personal collections. It's well, it's small. It's a YTK Paragon personal transport. It's small, fast, very cramped. It's got a nice tractor beam and some front and back door cargo doors for easy transport. So it's definitely going to be good to get in and out. It's only a silhouette too. Like I said, it's pretty cramped in there. So you're not gonna, since you're only gonna be getting in and out for a little while, it shouldn't be too troubled.
Would we be able to take the evening to familiarize ourselves with the ship before we leave in the morning?
Oh, yes, that's currently over at landing pad 34B. By all means, if you'd like to inspect it and may I ask that you don't make any personal modifications to it, but it's in good condition. It's I said it's something from one of my private collections that I've pulled on to specifically for this type of job. I think it will be benefit you for. It's got some weapons on it, so if you need it, got a shield or two. But like I said, it is not built for comfort. And if you look at Roll20, you will see the YTX Paragon Personal Transport Shuttle.
Does it have any quirks? Odd personality traits?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's a YT. It's gonna have some problem with it. They all do.
Right. For example, a loose gasket on the engine that sometimes releases gas into the air and needs to be held at the correct angle with a wrench.
No, she's in
That's
top.
a thing?
It's not a good thing, but it is a thing.
This ship looks like it's only got standing room.
Pretty much. There's some hammocks that have been attached for your comfort and sitting, lounging, so to speak. But like I said, she's clamped, but she is top. She's in top billing.
Yeah, I mean they're a single pilot ship. They're pretty fast. It's only like 6 meters long, but we'll all fit in. I mean, it's I really like one of the best things about them is they're small and fast. That's really helpful for this. But
that is why we chose it. And she's durable. She can take a pounding. And he kind of chuckles. They chuckle at the moment.
Right. It's got the class 2 drive. Yeah.
It's got a class 3.
Oh, class 3 upgraded that. That's nice. That's nice. And the turret, twin blaster, normal, standard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It
all
can
right.
be upgraded, but I just haven't gotten around to putting something bigger on.
Yeah, that's.
If you have the materials for the something bigger, I could see if I could install it.
Not right now, but thank you for the offer. It does have a drill. Got a mining drill in the front too. I don't think you're going to need it, but and the tractor beams work on both sides. So
it's got weapons, right?
Oh yes. Oh, wouldn't send you out with no weapons.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's got like a dorsal turret mounted twin blaster cannon. That's stock.
Yep.
But just really depends on. But it sounds like you haven't really done any upgrades there. I like the fact you upgraded the engines, though. I'm all for that.
Sorry, what's a dorsal?
The top.
It's a ball gun. Ball gun.
No,
dorsal.
Adam knows that. Shiloh is asking in character.
Perfect. Awesome. Dorsal. That's it. The guns on the top. Some have bottom guns. Some have top guns. Top gun.
Why don't they just say top?
Because it's dorsal. The dorsal. That's what they use.
Gotcha. Okay.
Here, just remember, or Shiloh, just remember, top is for people, dorsal's for ships.
Gotcha. All right.
Was that really necessary?
Was what really necessary? Asking where the dorsal was?
No. Lee knew.
There's a reason I said it without the filter on. Linu would not know that.
Oh, I thought that was Linu talking for a minute there. I was like, What?
Just some random bartender.
Yeah.
Hey there, don't forget while you're ordering another drink that dorsals for ships and tops are for
Tops are for
people.
people.
Nice.
Yeah.
So see, basically, they do not give you a data pad because there's no record. So the information that you're provided sometimes is a slip of paper. It kind of gives you the brief information that you're gonna have. And for the next episode, when I will break that down to more details. And they're like, oh, one more thing before I forget. There's a cargo that Raxa would you like to have. So when you are done with this mission, you're getting 5,000 credits as a group. Actually, it was 6,000 credits as a group. You're getting 6,000 credits for this job. Be able to transfer all this. And when you get back, there is another crate that you will get as partial payment upon completion, if you can complete this. And that crate will be yours by Raxel. And then when you get back, we will discuss your next steps if you pass. More questions?
I
Yes.
don't think
Is
so.
B short for anything?
You are very inquisitive. No, right now is just C. I see you.
I think that was Emily's attempt to fuck with the GM at this point.
So
No, it was
where's
done in
the
Linu's voice, so
where's the ship docked? Is it one of the private bays, or do you have it open port? Is it out in the far patch?
It's out in the far patch. So
All
it's
right.
just west of here on one of 34B landing pad. If you're looking at roll 20, you will see a landing pad over there. It's open to air. So yes, if you would like, you by all means you can take a look at the ship to take a look, make sure that it's all worthy, and then again, the instruction is go to the casino cantina called the Milk Run. There, you're going to meet your contact.
Biff.
Biff.
Is this establishment by chance a hotel casino?
Not a hotel casino. It's a casino cantina. He goes by Biff. It's Bartholomew Poof.
Even better.
Is his full name.
So
Glad Kurt went the same direction I was.
Is there
Someone pay for that NPC?
so is there like keys or
Oh yes. And they pull out a
Here. Keys.
Give me the keys.
keys?
It's like
Give me the keys.
pulls out they're not necessarily keys, but there's
Yeah,
a
it's-
little. They're how the
Yeah,
be
it's
able
some
to-
kind of like chip thing you use. It's
and
a
it's also
space
to
keys.
access, and also
Yeah.
to access the ramp that you need. So again, to recap, if you just need to make sure that you are, it's gonna take you a few hours to get to the Milk Run Cantina. From there, you'll schedule when you leave. When you have to leave at a certain time to make sure that everything is in order, and your timing for your drop offs will be. They're going to have a set time, so make sure you're there by later in the afternoon tomorrow. So if you leave tomorrow morning, you should be fine. And then pick up the crates there, and then from there you finish the job. You come back here. You come back to me, and we'll make sure to see if you finish the job. And again, we get paid 6,000 credits, and on your way to be a franchisee. I understand it.
Okay, we can do this.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I have believe in you. I really do. Raxel chose well. I have to say, Raxel did choose well. Do you need some accommodations for tonight? Or are you going to sleep on the ship?
Yeah, no, I'm going to sleep in an honest to goodness bed if I'm going to be stuck inside a ship for the next couple of days.
I'll sleep on the ship.
Oh,
yeah.
Kira goes to the ship, 100%.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Clicky's right there with him.
So, 1 or 2 rooms, and he looks at Shiloh and Chaff.
Two rooms. So,
if you need any additional, the ladies up there, you can make your arrangements.
I mean, I guess. Sure, yeah, 2 rooms, of course.
If there's any additional services you need, you can make sure talk to the madam upstairs. Is there any other questions I can help you with?
I have a player to Jay question.
Yes.
So when they are giving us the rundown of like the moldy Minoc and the like thing, and is it typically when you do a drop, you like take it to a specific location? Are you doing it at it? Like, are those establishments we're taking him to? How does this actually usually work? Because Kira's done them, I'm sure.
Yeah. So you're meeting at a coordinate in space.
Right.
So in somewhere in space in a specific sector.
Right.
At a specific location, you meet at a time and a coordinate.
Right. And these are the ships we're meeting.
And you're meeting a ship, you're transferring cargo, and you're going off. So it's
right. So the moldy Minoc and the empty boot, like these are the ships.
Those are the ship names. So that way, when you get to them, you know who you're meeting with, and you will get descriptions of what the ships are as well to ensure that you're making sure that, like I said, So basically, you get a ship name and a description of the type of ship. That's pretty much it, because these are the types you don't pass off a lot of information.
Yeah.
And there's no data pad because you don't want any trace that this is happening.
Right. Got it. Thank you.
So C's like, I wish you the best. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow night when you get back here. Should be tomorrow night. Shouldn't be too long for you to run it and come back. So,
right.
Foreshadowing.
Anything else I can do for you?
No. I think I'm pretty well set. I'm gonna
a shower.
Yeah, that definitely sounds right up there.
Excellent. Well, your tab has been taken, so anything from now on, you're going to have to pay for.
Okay.
Compliments of Rax.
Does that mean Raxel is paying?
Raxel did pay for your initial 3 rounds and food. As a
the previous tab was compliment of Rax.
Yes, the previous tab was compliment. So.
Do you call him Rax?
Raxel. I call him Rax for short, but his name is Raxel.
Are you very familiar?
I've had some good working relationships with him.
Lenu, we don't necessarily need to go down that line of questioning. My mind can only handle so much for the rest of the evening.
What is wrong with an intimate friendship?
The physics of it are mind-boggling right now, okay? Just leave it to...
Oh, sweetie, that man turned me down once or twice, but that's okay.
They are simply close friends.
Exactly. Anyway,
you might even... I read this in an old book once. Bosom buddies.
Oh.
What?
Interesting.
No. All right,
yes,
then.
There was a girl named Anne, and she was bosom buddies with another girl.
Well, on that note, I will leave you two to have some more discussions. And
I'll just short-circuited.
C leaves the room to yourself and enjoy.
So Kira's like, all right, well, I'm going to go and check this ship out because I know there's something wrong with it. It's a YT. So
I'm going with care. I would like to make sure I familiarize myself with any loose bolts.
Clicky, you coming or you staying and drinking?
Oh no, I said I was going to follow Kier to the ship. So yeah, I mean, somebody's going to check out the armament and make sure it works. So
So yeah, so as the evening starts to unwind, or the late afternoon, early evening, I say early evening by this time, starts to unravel. There's rooms provided for Shaft and Shiloh. Here, Clicky and Linu, you make your trek about 20 minutes to get to the ship. It's small, it's round, and the inside is just that. I mean, it is open air.
I don't have a problem with that.
There, like I said, I'm gonna see if I
Same.
can find a pic for you. That if I can't find it in here, I will put it in Discord. But this literally is the entire the circle section that you see on that ship is literally just completely opened. And
Linu is immediately going to go and like start inspecting like door hinges, like to keypads for any entryway, like instant like the like rotator, like she's inspecting just to make sure everything's not going to fall apart.
It is actually in great condition. It really is. It for being this type of like quick transport, it's in top notch condition. I mean, it's not clean, sparkling. There's some dirt and stuff like that, but it hasn't been used for one. But engines are great. Everything, bolts are fixed. I mean, it's in good condition.
It's a Kia with 500 miles on it.
Yeah.
Go 600. So, yeah. Yeah. So as the evening starts to end, you take your time. There's hammocks actually around, so inside, so you can actually sleep inside, and you're kind of relaxing.
Perfect.
There's several hammocks in here that will be able to like accommodate everyone. You get Kurt here, you're getting familiar with it. It's a little bit of a cramped fit because, and like I said, the tractor beam is working fine, the drill is working great. Clicky, the dorsal gun is. And what you notice is that the hard point, basically, it could be a larger weapon could actually be mounted on this ship. Like you have a medium size laser cannon, you could put a large laser cannon on here.
Okay.
Because it's built for something like that. So, but you were with that, the ship, like I said, it's a good ship. It's small to get in, low radar or detections and stuff like that. Shaft and Shiloh, your evening goes uneventful unless you would like something to happen.
I'm still playing hard to get. No.
And respectfully, it is set there.
Yeah, I think Shiloh is really really excited about the idea of an actual like bed, and well, not being under the syndicate's thumb. So yeah, so I think he's very excited to just actually go to bed early. And I know I'm just like playing Shiloh as Adam right now, but still, like bed sounds really good.
Right? You've just spent the last 15 days in space. You're finally planet side with an actual bed.
Yep.
They had beds on the ship.
Yeah.
Imagine
No. They had bunks on the ship. There is a marked difference.
Very
Imagine
different.
being used to being planet side. I could never.
As the evening ends, we will pick up next episode as the morning starts on their wonderful quest interview mission. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. It was an awesome time. But again, before we leave, just remember, thank you so much for joining us. Please be kind and don't be a jerk. And we will see you next time. Take care.
Bye, y'all.